Okay, I'm working on some underspins with bait keepers today. We had an order come in and I didn't have enough of them. So I'm going to paint some of these here. And some of these are going to go out the door today. These are 1/16 ounce that I'm doing. And they look like that. Hey, Mr. Ernie, good morning. Hey there, Auntie. So I am painting up some jig heads. These have a bait keeper on them. And they look like that. They do come in 3 to a pack. 3 to a pack. Uh-oh. I had never done this before. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm painting up jig heads with bait keepers. These are 1/16 ounce with an underspin on them. So I'm having to put this sleeve on there. That'll help protect the swivel from getting powder coat on it. And then I dip it in the clear coat, give it a little bit more sparkle. When I put the sleeve off, or pull the sleeve off, we did get out all the orders that came in this morning. Well, not this morning, last night. Out this one, I think this one came in this morning. I'm hoping to get it out before the postal carrier gets here. There we go. So we are going through some changes on our Discord. We're having some safeguards up concerning it. We've had some people go in there and they've designated themselves as mods, and I don't want that to happen on our Discord. So if you did get booted out, don't worry. We're making some changes. So I've been getting a bunch of messages here in the last day or so. I don't want to make it too big of a deal. I know some people's emotions get all flared up. We're going to do about another 6 more, or well, we're going to do about maybe another dozen of these. I want to make sure I have enough for the for backup. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in. Thanks. Make sure you subscribe too. Make sure to tap up the likes. Okay. Hey there, Mr. Burke. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Got up and around. I was in the shop 6:30 this morning and got a lot of stuff done. Okay, we're going to do one more just like this, and then we're going to paint some 1/24 ounce heads. Good morning, everybody. Okay, we're going to put this aside for a little bit. We are going to come back to the red here in just a little while. Okay, we're going to put pink in here now. These again are the 1/24 ounce. These are going to be for the Thunderbird. I got to tie up a few of the Thunderbird 1/24 ounce jigs. I don't think I have any up there hanging up. No, I don't think I do. Let's see. Yep, RubenFloresJigs.com. Let's see if I could pin that up. There we go. Appreciate that. If somebody did that earlier, I missed it. Okay, these are 1/24 ounce that I'm doing now. We'll be going over to the vise here in about 40 minutes or so. I gotta be able to sleep tonight. I'm so excited for tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Are you going fishing tomorrow? Oh, your birthday. Your birthday's tomorrow. I forgot about that. Happy early birthday. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Hey there, Cornelia. Yeah, I don't even know how to say that. Hey there, Joyce. What I'm doing is I'm dipping these in a powder coat. They're going to go in the oven. That's what that looks like right there. And just a little bit, we're going to go to gluing some eyes. We're going to put some eyes on some lures. Appreciate everybody in here today. Happy early birthday to Mr. Burke. Okay, let's get these in the oven. This will be enough to get me that one order that I need to work on. Put my timers on. We're going to go to the next rack. We'll call this rack here Lamb. Okay, we're going to go back to the red. We're going to do some more of those. So I need the clear coat again. I do use Protect powder coat. It is really good stuff. Hey there, Ethan. Okay, we're going to turn it back on low because we don't want to get the swivels too hot. And so I have a shrink tubing on the eyelet, and I have one I'm putting on the swivel. That way I'll be able to dunk the whole head in the paint. Just like that. You're going to hold it over the heat, it's going to shrink up. I'm going to dip it into powder coat. We're going to put a little bit of clear coat on there, get it all nice and shiny. And then we're going to peel off the shrink tubing. And then you've got an underspin. We're going to glue eyes on these in just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take you guys over here. You guys can watch this. I'm going to zoom in. Let's go up just a little bit. You guys can see the shrink tubing melt on there. There we go. Watch it shrink up. See it shrink up? Next, we're going to put it in this powder coat right here. Dip it in there. Put it over the heat a little bit. Dip it into clear coat. And then back over here. And then we're going to peel this off. Then you got an underspin right there. Okay, let's do another one. I'm not used to doing this so far away from my body. Okay, there's that. I'll peel this off. Okay, I'll do one more like this and then I'll put the camera back the way it has been. I do pour all my own heads here in the shop, and sometimes you can catch me pouring heads. Okay, and that's how I do that there. Let's see, don't forget to tap the thumbs up. Yep. Good morning there. Who is that there? That's Ernie, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought he was saying Ruben, but it says Ethan. Okay, let's get this up here and going. So these are for plastic lures. If you're not aware of what a bait keeper is, there's a little barb on here, and when you slide a plastic on there, it'll help keep the bait on there. Now the baits, the hooks that I mostly use look somewhat like that. They don't have a bait keeper on there, and that's so I can tie the material on the hook. So these are for plastics, people that fish with plastics. And we don't pour any plastics here. I do not. We used to a long time ago, but and we every now and then I'll do some, but not a whole lot. But I do pour a lot of lead, so we're able to do this part. These are going to get green eyes on them. Okay, we're going to do 6 more in the same color, and then I think we're going to do some of the mad shads. The mad shads will be a 2-colored head. Let's see. Yeah, and I do appreciate everybody in here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Appreciate everybody on the channel again. This here again is a 1/16 ounce. With an underspin. Well, focus, will it? That kind of stinks. We're going to be getting cooler the next couple of days. We're going to be about 4 degrees cooler today. And then next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to be in the 70s for the highs. So we just started selling these a few months ago. These are going to get an underspin blade on them. We do have some in the oven right now that are baking. We're going to put eyes on those in a little bit. So I'll take you guys over to where I put the eyes on in just a little while. Okay, that looks like that. Okay, we're going to switch colors now. So I'm going to need black paint and white paint. We're going to be doing a two-color jig. And I'll show you how I do that. So there's the white, and now we need black. Okay, for this part, I'm going to move the camera just a little bit because you're going to be, I want you guys to be able to see both of the cups. We're going to take a dropper, plastic dropper. We're going to put it in the black paint. You can get these eyedroppers from like eBay and Amazon and Hobby Lobby and places like that. Oh, let me see. Okay, we're going to do this the other way. We're going to go black, and we're going to spritz white on it. I knew there was something different with this. Because this has a bait keeper, I'm having to, normally I dip my jigs in there like that. But because these have a bait keeper and a swivel, I'm having to think about it backwards. Just like that. So we're going to put it over the heat gun, put a little bit of heat on it, a little bit of sweet heat. We're going to dip it in the black. And then we're going to sprinkle the white over it. And then we're going to pull off the shrink tubing. And that is our Mad Shad head right there. That's our #1 selling jig head for plastics right now. There's a lot of people that like that color. I could just imagine them putting almost any color tail would work, but if it was me, I'd put on something like a silver, maybe a black tail on there. There's just so many options. It does look black and white. This one's gonna get a silver blade. The red heads will get a gold blade on there. Now these will get silver eyes. Silver eyes, it's Christmas time in the city. Jig a jig. Okay, enough of my singing. Let's see here. Yeah, that would go good, yep. I am going to go fishing here in the next few days, hopefully the next few days. We'll see what my schedule looks like. I forgot all about next Monday. I have to go to court. I have to go to court on that's next Monday for jury duty. But I'm going to try to go fishing sometime. And I did get some of Crappie Man Jigs, some of his plastics. And so I'm going to give some of those a try to help promote our jig heads. But you know me, I fish mostly with hand-tied lures. There we go. Now the 16th, 8th, and I think we have the 1/4 ounce on the site, but they all do come in 3 to a pack. 3 to a pack. Now the other jig heads, I think they come in either, was it 5 or 6 to a pack? 2, 4, 6. And those are the ones without the spinner blade. Those come in 6 to a pack. Yep, jury duty. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta go do, I don't know, I mean, I'm hoping it's a one-day thing. Watch it be, I'll have to sit through court for the next 4 months. That'd be awful. There we go. I have never done anything like that, so I have no clue what to expect. I'll go live when I'm sitting at the court. I'll turn my phone on. You guys can see everything that's going on. Okay, we're going to turn this dude off. Let's get this off. Oh, that's black. Okay, let's get the ones out of the oven. These are going in the oven. Okay, we're going to bring these over here. Get these off the rack. These are the 1/24 ounce. I will be tying these up today for the order. Okay, these, I'll check these out, and that's the swivel. I want to make sure they move. There's nothing worse than opening up a pack of underspins and the swivels don't work. So what ends up happening is if they don't wiggle, they don't go, we don't sell them. So sometimes you have to, we end up having to throw some away. Okay, next we're going to go over here to the eye section. Okay. Here, it's a week of showing up even if you don't. Really? Oh, I may have to email them or something. I want to do this, but man, I don't want to be trapped at court. And I'm the only one that works here. So it's not like, it's not, you know, I got a business to run. Yeah, if they, that'll be like taking me out for a week and not being able to produce anything. Okay, so these are going to end up looking like that when they're packaged up. These are the heads for the midnights. Okay, so I'm going to get these going here. Okay, so we need some green eyes. Let's get the green eyes out. Let's see. You should make order some soft plastic rubs to go. So that always works. Like, what do you mean? Order them so I can sell them, or what? Yep. Yeah, I'm in the business of selling baits. Who is that? They're telling me that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we do pour, we used to pour plastics, put it that way. Well, I don't pour plastics anymore. They just, we sold some, but not enough to justify me, you know, putting somebody doing it full time. And I missed that one a little bit. 246. Okay, let's get the UV resin going. I do have plastics in the shop. I do have some plastics. I have Crappie Man Jigs. He sent me some. I do have a ton of Bobby Garland stuff, but they're a big company. They got plenty of people pushing their products. Put these into the bright lights. Hey, how's it going, Gavin? Here we go. Hey Lou, how you doing? Okay, these are the 1/24ths I'm doing here. These are going to be for the Thunderbird jig. Yep. Okay, let's get some of this on here. This is a UV resin that I use. It does pretty good. We carry a few different brands of resin, and they all have their purpose. Yeah, the glue I'm using, it's really hard to get off. These are the pearl eyes, and these are 1/16 ounce that I'm doing up. Okay, I think I'm done with those. Yep. Let me grab some coffee. Let's see. Man's made, man's more, yeah. I'm reading the messages now. Hey there, Daves. Okay, let's get these other heads going. These again are 1/24 ounce heads I'm doing. Get the resin out. Welcome in. Do I use toaster oven? Yeah, I do. It's like a pizza toaster oven, so it's a pretty. It'll hold. My oven will hold, I think, a 14-inch pizza. It's like a 16 by 14, I think. It does have a convection to it. I don't use the convection part though, unless I'm baking cinnamon rolls. Ooh, yeah. The cinnamon rolls cooking right next to the jig heads. I've never done that, so I have done something, and you're gonna think it's wild, but a couple years back I had some oh, what was it? I can't remember. I think it was like a breakfast burrito or something. It was wrapped in foil, and we do have a microwave in here, but it's not plugged up right now. And I put it in the oven to heat up, but the oven was brand new. It was, you know, back then we had a brand new oven. You know, somebody's going to come in here saying something, but it was wrapped in foil, and so it wasn't that big of a deal. What fly should I tie? Okay. Now we're talking, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of these because I need a little more time for those eyes to cure up there. I'm going to do a couple of these blades. Did I spill it? These blades here are number ones that I'm doing right now, so you guys can watch me fumble through this process part, to this part. Again, we do have a Discord, and we have a link in the bio to our Discord, and we're going through some changes right now on Discord. So if something happens in the event that you do get pushed out of our Discord, we're trying to take some, we're trying to cover some things in the sense that we're trying to improve it. And a couple of days ago, I owned the Discord and I didn't have any permissions on there. I thought that was kind of weird. So I'm not going to get too much into it or anything like that. I'm sure it could have all been innocently done. But we had to do some stuff to try to make sure that we keep are able to keep our channel. And I'm not going to accuse anybody or anything like that, but we're just going through some changes. So just please bear with us, everyone, and hopefully everything will be okay soon. These are split rings, and these are going to go on the 1/16 ounce underspins. Are they? Let me see. I'm going to make sure. Let me see what I have hanging up on the wall. Yep, they do have the little ones. Okay, let me get these done up here real fast, and then I'm going to go back to doing the eye. Well, wrong one. These are split ring pliers. I got these on Amazon. They do not have a brand on the pliers, or the the split ring pliers here, but they're probably the best ones I've had. I've had some other ones before. These work great. Especially when you're dealing with these little spoons or these little blades, they do help out quite a bit. These will be going on the jig heads shortly. We did put some new underspins with Colorado blades on the site too. I'm probably going to add another color or two here in the next day or so on the site, and then if we seem like we're selling more with the Colorado blade, we may end up switching. and putting a lot more with Colorado blades. These here are willow leaf blades. Uh-oh. I'll find that here sometime. Let's see, any questions? Okeechobee seem not to like the blade boogie fish, I tell you. Oh yeah. Yeah, we had some people, they use these for crappie and they work pretty good. I had made some for years ago for a couple of fishermen that were fishing a tournament on Grenada Lake, and this is when live scopes first started appearing. And I think every fish that they caught that they weighed in weighed like 3 pounds. They broke a record that day. If you ever get to watch Dylan Hackler and Zeke Anderson, they're really good fishermen. They were using some of our jigs that day. We've had a lot of people use our lures. We've had the Stan Stifers. We've had Crappie Cowboy Craig Nichols used our lures. Lamar Bunting. Charlie Bunting. Uh-oh. Todd Huckabee. Wally Marshall's used our jigs too at times. He has his own jigs, but I've made him some a few years back. Brad Chappell, Crappie Connection. He's used a lot of our lures. Oh man, what is going on here? We've had Robert Carlisle. Some of these guys I'm mentioning, they've been national champions. Okay, let's get these put up. Nice, I'm gonna try them again. Oh, you troll 90% of the time? Yeah. That's what Brad Chappell does a whole lot. He does a lot of trolling or pulling baits. If you ever get the chance, try watching the Crappie Connection, and they have a lot of really good anglers there at times. They did it with me years ago when When we were a lot smaller of a company, they had the booth right behind me at this tackle show. Bunch of really good guys. There's another fellow I've made lures for, Shane Jones, and I want to say his channel is called Crappie Cast. We made lures for a lot of people, a lot of up-and-comers, and what ends up happening in most cases, some of these guys, they get very popular, and then they pick up these big major sponsors, and then they leave the little people like me alone sometimes, which I just gotten used to that. You know, those companies are a lot bigger. They can support those anglers, you know, a lot better financially. That's why we don't really push out the tournament anglers as much as we used to. Let's see. No. Hey, Victoria. Hey there, NIMBY. Time to relax, yep. Yeah, they're a lot of work, yep. Oh, yeah. The night shift, oh my goodness, yeah. That's weird, very odd. I fixed computers, LOL. Morning, boss. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, let's get the eyes on these. Here are millimeter eyes. We do keep in stock 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 millimeter eyes. Some of these people, they want the humongous eyes on their jigs. I could put a 5 millimeter on these, but But we get some customers, they want big eyes. Uh-oh. Why did I forget that? Let's go back over here and get these then. Just not my first fishing pole. Yep. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, these heads are disco blue, and they are for the slick trick. This is a UV resin I'm putting on. They'll go under the UV lights. We should be getting another tackle store order this week. Hopefully. Yeah, that's why I cut the slot there, because it's oval, and you leave them up here, they'll turn on you. So all this is a foam padding. You can get the foam pads at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Sometimes I use these foam pads for tying top water dry flies. They work okay. You work with what you got. Let's see. I worked night shift the past 10 years. Yeah, it does get old. You get old, you age. You age a lot more. I did that a long time ago. I used to be an assistant bakery manager. And I was the one that would come in when people would get sick. I would have to work the night shift automatically, like 1 week out of the month. And then a lot of times I'd go and work the second shift. And because I was in management, I had to come in whenever people called in sick. Yeah, you work a whole week at night, and then you go to daytime, and you're not used to the sunlight. Okay, let's see if these are ready. Let me go one more round. Okay. These are the midnights that we just got done doing. And these are the 1/16 ounce. They do have a pearl eye on them. They got a pearl eye. You gonna try it out, Lou? Let me know how it goes. Oh, thank you there. Okay, let's see how they look. Golly, they're not, I don't want to say they're tacky, I just don't want to take any chances. We've never had an eye pop off in the package. We were at a tackle show this last year, and we saw somebody, they had hand-tied jigs, and some of their jigs were falling apart. They weren't even out of the package yet. And then some of the jigs, the eye fell out. You can see the eye in the package. It's like at the bottom of the package. And I'm like, I do not want to be that guy. So ever since I saw that, I thought I've been taking extra precautions because I want my jig heads to be good. Okay, I need to go bring some extra bags over here. The candied fish jerky. Oh, I saw that that video, Victoria. That was a pretty cool video. Yeah, that was a really good video. I liked it. I've never done anything like that. Now, I have a fella that does paddlefish. He will fillet them and cut them thin like bacon. And he does stuff like that with the paddlefish. It tastes almost like bacon. If you've never eaten paddlefish before or spoonbill, their meat, even when you fry it up, it tastes like you're eating a kind of like a greasy pork chop. It's good food though. But if you smoke it, it tastes like you're eating bacon, almost like a fishy bacon. Okay, we're gonna need some red eyes. These are for the crawdaddies. And these two are 1/16 ounce. I should give it a try. Yeah. Is that a regular? Yeah, they're like nail dryers for. I get the most powerful UV lights for drying nails, and they work really good. I've tried all kinds of other lights before. This method, it goes pretty good. I mean, it takes a little time. I mean, I could do 3 rows if I was wanting to do a lot. But for the live streams, I just do 2 rows. Somebody just put it in order. Oh my goodness, Victoria. Appreciate you. You guys throw some W's for Victoria. I don't know if it's the same Victoria, but either way, give her some W's. Is she in here? Did she get back in here? Oh, I think I just did that one a while ago. Okay, let's get these done. Okay, trying to figure out how to do it like this. Yep, appreciate everybody in here, guys. These will get bagged up here in just a moment. There she is. If there's an issue with the payment, I will double check. My dad has a way of locking the card. Oh, the order came through. It came through. And you guys, if you guys don't know, we do have Afterpay on our website. We get a lot of people using Afterpay for rods, vices. You know, just it'll split your payments up into 3 or 4 ways, I believe. I want to say it comes out every 2 weeks with our Afterpay. I appreciate the order. You guys are going to throw some W's out there for Lady V. Oh, your late birthday? Well, happy birthday. I appreciate you. Thank you a lot. Normally, I have a lot of these pre-made, and we had somebody buy 5 packs of these this morning, and I only had 3 packs hanging on the wall. That tells me I need to get on the ball. I saw a crappie man going fishing this morning. I'm going to try to get out and do some fishing sometime. My back is feeling a little bit better. I just want to wait for the weather to cool down more. Fishing in the summertime for crappie for me is just tough. I don't have a forward-facing sonar, and so I can't really go hunt them down. I could see fish on the screen, but it's just a downward imaging, and so I can't tell what species it is. I do want to get the, there's a Lowrance Eagle Eye fish finder, and it's pretty close to being like a live scope. It does help out. I'm hoping I can get that maybe this winter or fall or spring. Yeah. I do have side scan, and it works okay on mine, but it's just basically downward for the most part. I do have my side imaging. I have a Thunderbird Helix 9, and it does okay for down imaging. The side imaging, I don't know if there's something wrong with it or what, but it just doesn't work that well. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm going to try to get this as close to the center as I can. Look at that. Yep, fall time needs to hurry up. Yeah, we're going to be, our high today is supposed to be about 94, 95. Yesterday's high was like 99. We do have some humidity, but the humidity is going to be dropping here pretty soon. I can't believe next week we're going to be in the 70s for a couple of days. That'll be nice. Sometimes the eyes do lift off when I'm doing this. And so what I end up doing is I try to reposition the eye, and then I'll just put a dab on there, and I'll put it under the UV light for about 10-20 seconds, and then I'll put the rest of the glue on there. Sometimes the tackiness on the back is not that great. Okay. Get some more coffee. Let's get these packages here. Okay, we have that. This. Okay, let me get these over to the other table. I was really excited. We had another tackle store order come in yesterday. Uh-oh. There we go. Let me get my coffee over here. Hey, how's it going there, Rainey? Okay, let's get these feathers over here. We're going to do some of the what are we going to do? We're going to do some of the Thunderbird jigs. Be on the agenda a little later, yeah. Yeah, I will drink coffee even in the summertime. I remember when I was in my 20s, I worked construction and some other jobs back then, and I would see these older gentlemen drink coffee like all day long. I'm like, bunch of old guys. And now here I am, I'm like their age now. And I'm like, them old guys are pretty smart back then, I guess. Okay, we got this. Let's get this down here. This is going to be a 24th ounce Thunderbird jig. Now we do have our Kokomos, $3.99. Those are $3.99 right now. $3.99 a pack. I had some of my friends that make lures. They're like, "How can you sell a pack of jigs for $3.99?" Like, first of all, I want to get rid of that color. Second of all, I can tie 300 or 400 of those in one day pretty easy. Third of all, ain't none of your business. Now we're going to be putting the Kokomo jig on the shelf, you know, as far as we're going to be taking it off the website. And so I want to try to sell as many as I can and get them out of the store. So we're selling them for basically, you know, $3.99 a pack while supplies last. I did get done with another mystery jig box, and that's the 1/16 ounce without eyes. It makes your stomach mess up, yeah. My wife, man, she makes some like pretty potent coffee. She makes it really strong. We went out to eat last weekend or the weekend before. We went to like I can't remember. We went to some restaurant and their coffee tastes, it was so weak. I just drank maybe half a cup and I was like, I'm not going to ask for a refill on this. Can you add some more grinds in your coffee, in my coffee for me? Yep, God does provide. There have been so many times throughout the years, and since you're bringing up God's provision, I mean, I've never worked full time. As long as I've lived in Oklahoma, I've never worked full time for a church when I was a pastor. There were so many times that we would wake up and some of the members from the congregation would show up when the kids were little, when the kids were real young, because I don't know if I've ever shared it, when our kids were born, the company that I worked for, the insurance covered only one of the kids. We had twins. They only covered one of the kids, and because our kids were like 2 months premature, they spent time in the hospital, and not only that, they had to have a special type of, delivery. And the bill was like, it was like $500,000, pretty close to that. And the insurance that I had from the company that I worked for, they only covered one of the kids. And so we went to the tribal nation, the Cherokee Nation, to see if they could help, because my wife's Cherokee. And so they helped out. The problem was they only covered one of the kids, and they covered the one kid that was covered by my insurance. And so we had owed like, I think it was almost $200,000. And at that time, I'm working full time for a parts store out of Tulsa. I'm also doing ministry, and there were a few times that we had, gotten up on a Saturday, and some of the people from the congregation had delivered groceries to our door. And I'm just so grateful for people that have a good heart like that. And that's, we talk about God's provision. It's happened that way with our jig business too. We're like, golly, we had a real lousy winter, and we barely had enough to pay bills, and all of a sudden, we go to a tackle show, and we actually made, a lot more than what we thought we were going to make. And it helped us get through that spring. So we talk about God's provision. He does provide. Sometimes it's in ways that we don't even think about, No, it wasn't a C-section. Was it? No, it wasn't a C-section. That's so long ago. And another thing is, we ended up being able to pay off the debts that we had, and everything worked out. At the time, you're kind of going through, like, how are we going to get through this? And over a period of time, it, you know, God works it out, you know. I'm gonna do something here. Is that one? Okay, I see a spot here, and I'm just gonna touch it up. You know, sometimes you talk about God, and it's almost like throwing a rattlesnake on the table. Hey, Mr. Wayman. Ah, you found the larger crappie. They were hiding from you, weren't they? Yeah, my son, he got 12 nice crappie. Oh, that's good. That is awesome. Any idea what hook size I should use for mackerel feathers? I've never made anything for mackerel. I've never seen a mackerel in person. I've seen pictures. So I wouldn't know how to help you on that one. Maybe there's somebody in the chat here that would be able to help you on that. This one again is our 1/24 ounce. This is the Thunderbird. Sabiki hooks. Spunky, welcome in, Spunky. Let's see, anti mackerel, 10 to 6, never fishing mackerel, but 10 to 6 should work, yep. Ooh, we got another fire truck going by. Yep. Can you guys hear that? That was a fire truck right there. There must be a fire. There's a fire going on here somewhere. I hear the fire trucks. I think I hear another one in the distance coming this way too. It is dry. We need some rain over here. Here was a couple months ago, we were complaining about too much rain. Now we need more rain. If it's Spanish or kingfish, I'd go with treble hook, 7-strand, wire leader, barrel swivel with either fluorocarbon or mono leading for braid. Yeah, one of my son's friends made some banana oatmeal cookies. Man, them things were so good. I ate one last night. Pretty good. Here comes another fire truck. Woo-wee. Oh my. It made my head dizzy. I think I'm in a tizzy. On a person because they called my nickname. Oh, okay. Thank you. I hear another fire truck coming this way. The wind is blowing from the south today, I think. I don't have anything to worry about. I think it was last year or the year before, we had somebody accidentally start a brush fire across the street. And all the properties up here are pretty much like 3 acres big. So it was not my neighbor right across the street, but it was his neighbors right next to him. And the flames were high. And my son and I grabbed the water hose, and I think we had like 200 or 300 feet of water hose and tried to help put it out. I didn't want it coming my direction because I knew if it caught our grass on fire, we'd be done for as far as our mobile home. Mobile homes go up pretty fast. Cattle country along with farmland, yeah. Yeah, we do have we got goats pretty close to us. We raise goats. We don't raise a lot anymore, but we used to have about 100 head of goats. Our main livestock now are chickens. We got chickens, we got rabbits, we got ducks. Try to hum. They fell apart pretty quickly. Yeah, we try to do what we can for ours. Hey there, DT. Yeah, our mobile home, we bought it back in 1997, I believe. Our aunt lived in it for a couple of years. And then we ended up moving back into it. Oh, really? Yeah, I got a friend that bought a trailer park probably about 25 years ago. And he was always having to do work on all these trailers. He rented them, for the most part, I think he rented the majority of them out. He was one of our customers and also one of the church members at the church we used to go to. This order is done. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. I'm going to be getting off the live stream here in just a little bit. I got to box this and package it. And I'm also going to try to get Victoria's order out too. That's a 1/24 ounce. They're small, but they do really good. 24th ounce is a good size. Good size lure. Okay. Just wait until you see what I got. Let me see if I can see what you got. Let's see what you got. My other phone right now. I can't see on that one. Oh, they already went by. Yeah, the post office, they already went by, so it's not going to go out till tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got the Majestic. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we only have 2 more packs of these. I only made 3 packs of these. That's the Majestic right there. That is a cool looking lure. And she bought some fishing line. She bought some pink fishing line. And a lot of other stuff too. Oh, the Cajun cricket. Okay. Yep, I can do that. Let me make a mental note of that. Yep, I can do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we will see you guys here in a little bit. Thank you guys again for watching. You guys be good. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll probably be back within the next 30 minutes to an hour. I'm going to take a little break. What I may do is I may try to grab me a quick brunch. And so I'll see you guys here later. Thank you again for watching. You guys be good. Goodbye.